What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nora if you are new, and if you are not, welcome back. I also realized I haven't really been telling y'all to do all the things, so like, comment, share, subscribe. All helps the channel grow. But we are jumping into one of my favorite videos. I feel like I say this a lot. I say this a lot about a lot of my different videos, but I really love this one. And we are getting into my 2026 luxury wish list. I kind of want to say this is my winter wish list, just because looking at the items, I feel like a lot of them are pretty winter focused, but my luxury wish list, okay, baby? And y'all know I love to put together lists. I talk about this all the time on my channel. I love a list. I love a wish list. And over the years, as I have tried to be a lot better with my spending habits, we are not trying to be impulsive shoppers. I like to put together a nice little wish list so that I can kind of just see a visual of the things that I'm loving. Granted, some of them are very delusional and I probably will never get, but we can dream. And some of them are items that I'm like, no, I really want to work towards and save and make the investment to get them in my closet. So y'all already know, as always, I've got my handy dandy cell phone here. I've got about 10 different items, I would say, on here, and I'm loving this list. As always, I will have images here on screen just so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I can link the items as well. Not sure if y'all are interested in that or want to shop them or anything like that, but I can link them down below as well. But without further ado, because y'all know I always like to make these intros really, really long, let's jump right in. I'm gonna try not to be super fidgety with my hair. I actually just got a haircut. It's giving mommy vibes. We went with a lob. It's a little bit different for me, but I'm kind of loving it. Honestly, I was thinking I was gonna go completely bob, but we just started with the lob for now and we'll see what happens from here. But anyways, if I'm super fidgety with my hair, as you can already see, I apologize. But anyways, what y'all are really here for, my luxury wish list. So starting things out, I kind of tried to put these as always into categories just so it's a little bit easier to follow. So first couple items are going to be shoes, footwear, and this is probably the top item on my wish list. She's pretty delusional. Okay, I don't want to say completely out of reach. She's pretty delusional, but I am in love, head over heels, and obsessed with this item. So they are these Bottega Veneta leather croc boots. And the first time that I saw them was actually on Lauren Kawano. I have mentioned her here on my channel quite a bit. I follow her on Instagram and TikTok. Love her fashion. But when I saw her post these boots, I said, yeah, I need these in my closet. Okay, something about obviously the croc, y'all know I love like an animal print, an animal embossed type of shoe. I just think it is a great way to add, as I always say, a little bit of personality to an outfit. Love the color. And honestly, I really love just the silhouette of this boot. I love how high they are. Of course, I'm not the tallest, but something about, I think, a really like high over exaggerated boot can look really, really good on any frame and kind of elongate the frame. Depending on how you style it, obviously, too, but I feel like it could definitely give some height and some length. I feel like I also saw Carolyn Gray post these boots. I want to say I did. I feel like I saw her post these as well, but the moment that I saw them, especially on Lauren, I was in love. Are they expensive? Of course, they are Bottega, they are leather, they are croc, all that good stuff. I don't know, obviously, if it's a real croc. It's probably faux croc, but nevertheless, Bottega leather, y'all know, is pretty pricey. I think these are upwards of like $3,000, $3,500, so they are atop of my luxury wish list, but I absolutely love them. Keeping on with the boots, keeping on with the boot with a little bit of an animal print are these boots from KHAITE. I talked about KHAITE quite a bit, especially after their last fashion show at New York Fashion Week. Really, really loved everything that they showed. Not a brand that I have actually ever shopped from, but I have a ton of items that I have been kind of eyeing, and these boots are definitely a pair of boots that I'm loving, and I had to add them to my wish list. So I did see them originally in just like the traditional all black silhouette and a little bit of a shorter heel. I don't know exactly how tall the heel is, but they offer 2 heel height options for these boots. Again, this is the KHAITE Nevada boot. All black was cute. It was cute. It was giving me, you know, a little vibe. It was giving me a little tickle of my fancy until I saw it with the kind of like python embossed type of like toe area. That's when I said add her to the list, okay? Add her to my luxury wish list because I just think these boots are so fab, but they're fab in like an everyday wear type of feel. And looking through my wardrobe, I actually don't have like a good everyday boot. I have one pair, but they are more of like your suede finish that I got years ago from Aldo. Still a really beautiful boot, but because of the material, they're a little bit harder to style on a day-to-day basis. Of course, living in the Boston, New England area, we get a lot of snow, rain. We've actually gotten a lot of snow already. It's not the best to wear if I'm looking for a good everyday boot, and that's what I'm looking for. I do not have a good everyday leather boot in my closet, which is crazy, again, being in the Boston area. But y'all know, like I mentioned in my last video, as we are building up our wardrobe for 2026, we are identifying gaps in our wardrobe and making sure that the items that we're looking to purchase and add to our wish list make sense. Now, do they need to be a pair from KHAITE? Obviously not, but for me, if I'm going to make that kind of investment in a pair of boots, which I do want to make an investment because, again, I want to treat these kind of as like an everyday boot. I want them to be something that I can reach for a lot. I want them to be a pair of boots that will go with a lot of different outfits. So I really, really love these. Honestly, I would say between the Bottega and the KHAITE ones, both obviously are pretty pricey, but I do have a feeling that we are going to pull the trigger on the KHAITE pair fairly soon. I'm not too sure on sizing. I'll just have to do a little bit more research just to see what the sizing is like. I'm pretty familiar with Bottega sizing just because I own a couple pairs of shoes from them, but KHAITE we'll have to see. But next up on the luxury wish list are gonna be the Salomon X Margiela sneakers. I have gone back and forth on these sneakers for a little bit. If you're not familiar, of course, I'll have images here on screen. And they were initially a pair of shoes that I was kind of like, okay, they're cute, but I don't know if it's really a silhouette for me. They look a little bit more outdoorsy, a little bit more rugged and like hiker-ish than I usually gravitate to for a sneaker until I saw the Margiela collab that they did. And I was like, yeah, love her. Love these sneakers. Now, I've heard they're really good for working out, super comfortable. Would I probably wear these to work out in? No, okay? I don't know if I'm really at a place where I'm working out in some Margiela sneakers. Again, I know they are a collab, but still, you do see the Margiela collab reflected in the price tag. So I probably wouldn't be wearing these to work out, but I do like these from more of a fashion style standpoint. Y'all know I love a good, like, cute little sneaker, a good little dad shoe. And I think these would be really fun just to kind of mix it up other than my go-to, like, New Balances, Asics, my Vomeros that I wear all the time. I feel like these would be really fun. A little bit more elevated. Of course, they're not like super crazy in color. The ones that I'm looking at are just in the white and black, but I do really love kind of like the bungee details on it. And again, it looks a little bit more rugged. It looks a little bit more, oh, I'm going for a hike. I'm gonna go rock climbing, but not really in Margiela sneakers. Hopefully y'all are picking up what I'm putting down, but really love these. I'm super excited about these. Again, they have been a pair that I've been eyeing for a while. I probably will wait to see if I can get them on like the resale markets. You know what I'm saying? Just cause I love them. Do I need to have them like the way I talk about or feel about the boots that we just mentioned? No, okay, I don't necessarily have a gap in my wardrobe and my closet when it comes to sneakers, but they're cute. All right, next item on my luxury winter wish list is from the Attico. This is their ribbed knit melange cardigan. It is in this beautiful brown color with this nice like speckled heather gray, hence melange, kind of mixed into the sweater. I love this, okay? I love a good sweater. I love this color. Again, y'all know I love a good like neutral. It goes really well with a lot of the items in my wardrobe. I don't really have anything like this, believe it or not, in my closet. This just kind of like zip up cardigan look. I don't have a lot of cardigans to begin with, let alone one that's a zip up. If I do wear anything kind of like this, I'm usually going into my fiance's closet to grab it. So when I saw this immediately, I was like, oh yes, add to my wish list because this would be great for a ton of outfits. I could wear it as a top on its own. Of course, you could wear it open, layered over items. You know, as we go into some of those days in the winter, as we head like a little bit closer to spring where it's not as cold, again, could wear it as a top or like a jacket on its own, which I really love. Love the billowy sleeve detail as well too. I think it just adds something a little bit extra to make it more than just like your standard cardigan, which I really enjoy. I feel like KHAITE does these silhouettes really well, but again, I loved this more cardigan feel with the zipper on the one from the Attico. I've actually already seen this on some of the, you know, kind of resale sites. I think I saw this already on Satire. I've seen a couple people posting it and selling it on Vestiaire. So she's definitely one that I'm probably gonna pull the trigger on fairly quickly on. And again, I'm gonna try to keep an eye out for it on like a good low resale price just because I've been seeing it already. All right, and then the next two items on my luxury wish list, funny enough, I saw from the same creator on Instagram. And if I remember correctly, her first name is Lisa. Let me pull her up real quick. Lisa Ng Marinelli, I believe is how you pronounce it. I love her, okay? So she is a lawyer in London, I think, or based in the UK somewhere. She got a mean outerwear collection. Of course, being in London in the UK, similar to, you know, the Boston, New England area, our winters be wintering, okay? Our fall and our winters are cold, and you definitely are living in places where you need good outerwear. So the next two items I actually saw on her page and on her. First up, another item from Bottega. Y'all know I love Bottega, okay? I love Bottega. I feel like the quality of their items are just a 10 out of 10. So I saw her in this Bottega Veneta vintage indigo denim jacket. Clearly, y'all know how I feel about denim, okay? I love denim. I'm a denim girl through and through. I am in a full Canadian tuxedo here today. I have done tons of videos on different denim jackets in my collection. I love a good denim jacket, okay? I am definitely someone who will invest in denim because they are things, again, that I wear often and reach for a lot. When I saw this jacket, though, I was even more intrigued because it's a denim jacket, but it's like a denim puffer jacket. I'm sold, okay? I'm sold. Again, as a New England Boston girl, I love me a good puffer. I love a good puffer, and again, they are very useful in my wardrobe. So the fact that Bottega kind of intertwined them together, absolutely love. The icing on the cake then, of course, is the Bottega Intrecciato weaving that they did on the shoulder. I can't remember if it was on the collar as well, but it's on like the shoulder details. So you get that juxtaposition of the blue denim indigo color against the black Bottega Intrecciato weaving on the shoulders. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The jacket is stunning. She's effing expensive. Of course, obviously, right? Because everything that I really, really love and really wanted to add to this list is dumb expensive and no different than with this jacket, but I love her. I love her. She's probably not something that I'm gonna be getting this season. She's probably not something I'm getting this year. She's probably something that's gonna be on my wish list, candidly, for a little bit, but I am okay with that. I do not want to pay retail. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I don't want to pay retail for this jacket, but I do want to invest in this jacket. So we're gonna keep an eye on her. I would say definitely both Bottega items are items that I don't want to pay full price for, but we are going to keep them on our radar as long as we need to secure them and get them in the closet. The next jacket that I saw again on the same creator is actually from Saint Laurent. Y'all know, another brand that I love, okay? Another brand that I love, and next video, hopefully after this one, should be coming out. We'll be talking a little bit more about 2026 fashion trends, but one of the fashion trends that we're gonna see a lot this year is more of this kind of like vintage sportswear type of style and feel and aesthetic in wardrobe. And Saint Laurent, I think it's their spring, summer 26 collection, I wanna say, very much had this aesthetic and this vibe. Think Princess Diana, okay, running around in windbreakers and her polos and crew necks type of vintage aesthetic. And when I saw Lisa post this jacket, I didn't even know it was Saint Laurent at first, and of course I was listening to it on Instagram without the audio, but I immediately took a screenshot, put it into Google Images, and saw that it was from Saint Laurent. It is the Saint Laurent, I think, Cassandra Windbreaker, if I'm not mistaken, is what it's called. She's gorgeous, okay? Another beautiful jacket. Maybe not so much something that I'll be pulling for in the winter, although today it's gloomy outside, but it's like 50 something degrees outside. It's very odd. Today might be a day that I would wear something like this, but this will be a really good pickup for those spring months. I specifically too love it in the color that I saw her wearing it. So it was in this kind of like burnt rustic orange with a little bit of like a navy blue detail with like the striping on the side. Again, very vintage, very 80s, early 90s feel of this windbreaker jacket. Love. I love a good windbreaker. Y'all know I just love outerwear in general. Again, I feel like a broken record, but I like to pay attention to items that I know I will get a lot of wear out of in my wardrobe. Being that I live in the New England area, I am wearing jackets, coats, outerwear a lot. Love this, hence why the last two items were jackets. Do they need to be from Saint Laurent and Bottega? No, baby, but this is a luxury wish list, okay? And I'm Delulu until it's true. Added her to my list immediately, okay? Added her to my wish list immediately. Love this jacket. I think she is gorgeous. I love that the Saint Laurent logo is kind of like subtly, you know, stitched on there. So it's not like a lot of logoing. You're not gonna know, like I said, even scrolling on Instagram, I couldn't even really tell that it was Saint Laurent until I screenshotted it and then of course go back and listen to the audio and saw that it was Saint Laurent. But I love her. I love her. Not paying full price for her either. Okay. Honestly, paying full price for anything luxury in 2026 is not really my ministry. A couple things here and there will probably get me, but I'm not gonna pay full price for her either. We're gonna keep an eye out for her. I'm open to paying a little bit more of a pretty penny for this one, just because again, I think she will do really, really well in my closet. All right, so our next few items are accessories. Y'all know in the winter is no different, okay, baby? I love a good accessory, and especially actually in the winter, I would say, even more so than the warmer months where you have a little bit more flexibility with your outfit. Accessories are always really good to just add a little something to an outfit. Again, I know for the winter, you feel like you're super bundled up. You can't really see much of your outfit. Use your accessories to kind of just like express yourself. And I saw a scarf from Jacquemus that I really love. I think it's called the Atelier. Yeah, the Jacquemus Atelier scarf in this gorgeous green color. Of course, y'all know green, my favorite color. Love this. I've actually already ordered this, so I'm not even gonna hold y'all. Already ordered this, picked her up immediately. I needed a good scarf, honestly, in my closet. I have a few, but they're cheap. They're just like those quick little pickups that I've probably got from like a TJ Maxx, like a high street store. Not the best quality. This was one that I was like, again, the green will work in my wardrobe. I know for some people you'd probably think, wouldn't you want to go for a neutral? This is a neutral in my wardrobe, baby. This is a neutral based on a lot of the things I wear. This is gonna work in my closet. I don't mind that it has a big ass Jacquemus, you know, logo on it. You could obviously wear it on either side, so I don't really mind that at all. And even when it's like wrapped up, you don't really see it. Or yeah, you could definitely wear it open and draped to actually see the Jacquemus logo, which I don't mind, okay? I never claimed to be a quiet luxury girl over here. Clearly you can see from this wish list, but love this, really excited to see it in person. So of course, when we do get it, maybe in like the vlog or something, or I don't know, you gotta follow me on TikTok, because y'all know I be sharing stuff over there. We'll do like a little unboxing so we can share that as well. But wish list item, because I have been eyeing her for a while, but again, I will say candidly, she's already been purchased. Next two items are sunglasses. I thought for a moment that I was like, oh my gosh, things we're not gonna purchase in 2026. Sunglasses, wah, wah, wah. And like, they probably should go on that list, right? I think literally in the last couple of months, I've probably purchased 5 pairs of sunglasses, but that's fine, right? You know what I'm saying? That's my advice. You do what you do and I do what I do, and I never said I was perfect. Nevertheless, we've got 2 pairs of sunglasses here on my luxury wish list. The first pair, I have talked about them here on my channel, but they are still on my wish list. Sad, sad story. They are the Phoebe Philo Bomb sunglasses. I'm still looking for them in that brown kind of tortoise color. If you've been around before, I ordered them for my birthday. They took the money out my account and everything, and literally like 2 days before allegedly it was supposed to be shipped, baby, canceled my order. They canceled my order. They oversold whatever it was. I never got the glasses. And if you know anything about these Phoebe Philo sunglasses, they are so hard to find. Literally, you can't find them anywhere. I've gone back and forth on whether or not I want to reach out to, you know, maybe someone who can source them for me, but I'm just so vexed because I know I'll be paying a premium to get them sourced, but I'm not gonna hold y'all. I want these so bad in my collection, and just to have that, like, I'm kind of at a place where I'm okay with maybe paying a little bit extra or a premium for them. I love them. Shield sunglasses, again, another thing we'll talk about in our upcoming video when we're discussing 2026 trends, but a trend that you are going to continue to see everywhere. We've seen them a ton in 2025, and definitely something that will continue into 2026. Do I have glasses that look very similar to this? Yes, I actually can put you on to some really, really good looks for less. But for me, Norah, I want the ones from Phoebe Philo in my collection, so they're still on my luxury wish list. Next pair of sunglasses are from ALAIA, okay? Also saw them from my girl, Lauren Kawano. As you can see, I've got my internet community that we influence one another, okay? The fashion girlies, like, follow the people that speak to you, speak to your heart, and are in line with the things that you love. Lauren is definitely one of those people. And when I saw these glasses on her, looked amazing, added them to my wish list. 10 out of 10, highly recommend, need them ASAP. I don't have a lot to say about them, honestly, because they are just black sunglasses. But I'm obsessed. I love them, added them to my wish list, and I need them immediately. All right, and last but not least, and I just realized on this whole wish list, which I think is actually pretty good, honestly, is only one bag, and it's this bag from Louis Vuitton. It is their Pillow on the Go Tote Monogram. Babes, what? Obsessed. I actually saw this on an ad on Instagram. I believe it was for Rebag. I want to say they had this bag on there. I have been kind of browsing and on the market for a baby bag, but a baby bag that is really not a baby bag. I love the puffiness of this bag. Y'all know, like early 2025, late 2024, we saw a lot of this like puffification of things happening in fashion. But I love this, and I guess makes sense with the name, right? Pillow, it definitely looks like a pillow. But I just love the puffiness of the bag. I feel like it will be really durable. I feel like it will wear really well. I love how obnoxious the monogram logo is on there, but again, it's like more of this puffer feel. I think it's beautiful. And then the fact that they did the monogram logo in, you know, the traditional LV brown on the handles. I'm thinking I want to invest in the black one. I think I did also see it in like a lighter cream color, just based on how I want to use this bag. Probably not the smartest to get that color. So I'm thinking I'm leaning more towards the black one, but love her. She is on the pricier side. I'm not gonna lie. I think this bag was like a little bit over $2,500, maybe even 3 racks. And I was just kind of like, I don't know. Okay, LV don't really be going on sale like that either. Granted, it is a large bag, but I'll have to just kind of look at the composition of it again. Like, it's probably a nylon bag, and y'all know how I feel about spending that kind of money for nylon. So I'm not quite sure about this one. I added her to the list. I'm not as passionate about really making an effort to pull the trigger on her as I am with some of these other items, but I love the bag. I love the bag. I think it's stunning. It's definitely something I want to keep on my radar. It's something I wanted to add on to, you know, my luxury wish list. But again, candidly, she a little pricey, okay? She a little pricey. So, well, all right, y'all. That is all that I have for today's video. Very delusional, like I said, but I also try to like call out items that I'm like, nah, bro, I definitely would really purchase this. These are things that like I would purchase all of them, right? Like if my funds allowed. There are definitely some items that I would say are probably closer to entering my wardrobe for sure. I would say the KHAITE Nevada boots. I would say that Saint Laurent windbreaker, the Phoebe Philo sunglasses. Y'all know I'm really like trying to eye as well, but really excited about this wish list, really excited about these items. Let me know down below if there was anything on this list that like you already purchased. Of course, if you already purchased it, girl, let me know. Do I really need it? Do I need to skip it? Is there anything that maybe you'll be adding to your wish list? What's on your wish list too? Like maybe there's something I should be eyeing. It needs to be on my radar. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, next video should be 2026 fashion trends. If not, it'll be a vlog. Can't remember one of those. I'm trying to remember my little order here. But other than that, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good things. And I will see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.